What's going on, Sooner Nation? Today we got a great one for you. We got the four-star quarterback, Jaden O Neal, who is a part of the 2026 class for Oklahoma, currently committed, joining the show. Now, if you're a fan that's been watching the podcast, we talked about Jaden O Neal and how he's got an elite arm strength. And this is a guy that we all really think could end up in five-star territory. He is going to contend for one of the top quarterback spots in the 2026 rankings when those become a little bit more official. Remember, these initial rankings are just kind of the scratch on the surface. As these kids camp a little bit more, the insiders that do the rankings, they're going to have a bit better of an understanding of where these guys should be ranked. But Jaden O Neal, guys, let me tell you, this was a fun one. And he is a 6'3", 200-pound quarterback out of the state of California. And you've kind of already maybe seen his impact on the recruiting trail a little bit. You got Marcus Harrison from Modern Day. Maybe he had a hand in that. Maybe he didn't. Then you also had Ryder Mix, who was at one of the camps with Jaden O Neal. He decided to lock it down. Guys, I'm telling you, it helps when you have an elite quarterback like Jaden already committed in the class to be able to go out there and help you recruit. In this interview, we talk about his recruitment to Oklahoma, pulling the curtain back, what that was like for him and the staff, but also who he's recruiting to Oklahoma and what the recruitment process has been like for him so far. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's go ahead and let's jump into it. All right, Jaden, how are you doing today?
Doing pretty good, man. Can't complain. Shoot, it's a blessing, especially just off of my commitment. Announcing it, definitely, a weight off my shoulder.
Yeah, now what's the weather like out there in California? Because it's over 100 degrees every day here in Oklahoma, so we're feeling the heat a little bit.
For sure. You definitely get a nice probably 70, 80 with an ocean breeze, especially if you live like near the ports or like near the ocean. So definitely good weather out here.
Man, I need to come out to California then. I need to come out to California. I'm tired of this. The boys started fall practice this week, and I feel bad for them. But let's get into talking about you a little bit. Let's give Sooner Nation an opportunity to learn more and know about the recruit. So to start it off, just tell everybody, when did you start playing football, and how did you know this is something that you wanted to do at a high level?
Started playing when I was 5 or 6 years old. Started with the Nation Titans team out here in LA. Just being a kid, just being innocent to to all the politics and all that. Not really being worried about like a lot of stuff. And then after, when I was like 8 or 10 years old, I kind of just figured out, I'm actually starting to really get good at this. And once I got with my quarterback coach, or Chief Jenkins, then I kind of realized, I could do this at a high level.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what we see a lot with a lot of recruits. It's usually that start of high school, towards the end of junior high, they kind of figure it out. But looking at this recruiting process, this is when it really starts: junior, senior year, going into your junior year. What has it been like for you so far?
It's definitely been, a blessing. The different challenges I see during fall camp, just started for us, 2 days ago, or actually this recently last week. Just getting with my guys, just getting the chemistry. So that's just like the main focus right now. Mastering like the playbook, mastering, just the fundamentals of the game. Just heading into the season so that we could, be on click and have a 15-0 record.
Now, obviously, the NCAA football game came out. So what's it like trying to master football practice and then master practice on the sticks too?
I really don't play NCAA. I did get a chance to when I was up there. It's a cool game, but I feel like personally it's like overrated. I'm more of a Madden guy. Just seeing like different, NFL players, just kind of playing with them is definitely fun. But NCAA is cool, but I mean, I don't really, get all the hype.
Hey, well, that's a hot take. I'm sure some people in the comments will have some stuff there for that one. But kind of getting back into your recruitment a little bit. So you had a couple of elite schools looking at you and seeking your commitment. You took a lot of visits. I think 247 lists some finalists of like Miami, Ohio State, Florida State, Washington, some of those schools. What were some of those schools like compared to Oklahoma, whether, you took visits there or not?
Just seeing like the scenery. I feel like, being up north at Ohio State, you kind of get less humidity and more of that cooler weather. Especially when I got a chance to visit the stands, is pretty big. I mean, I can't lie. Compare, at Oklahoma it's 80,000. I think out there it's 100,000. Yeah, and then also once you just travel around the country, I think some of the stadiums they begin to like kind of create this oval shape
Hmm.
instead of vertical shape like how it is in certain stadiums around the country. Just seeing like the different culture with the coaching staffs. Just seeing those different aspects, with the coaches and and different players too, different playing styles. Once you get more West Coast, you get more aerodynamic. Once you get more down south, it's more running. So just kind of just being around the country, just seeing the different playing styles, kind of how it's kind of translated, throughout the East and West Coast.
Yeah, now you committed to Oklahoma. So, what does getting an opportunity to play in the SEC mean to you? Because you were just talking about the different types of style of ball that a lot of these schools play. What does getting to play in the SEC mean to you?
Definitely a huge opportunity. Playing against future NFL talent is something that's definitely a blessing. Just seeing, Oklahoma running the wide split, definitely, spreads out the defense, especially when you get certain, rack cover one, because a lot of teams in the South play, a lot of man, because they truly believe with the confidence that they have, the athletes to match up with the man one on one. Just the development part. The coaches in the SEC, Coach Venables, being in the ACC now in the SEC back again, it's definitely Coach Seth Luttrell, being all over the country. It's definitely a coach I feel like I could get developed from. Coach Jack Lowry, being in the SEC as well, coming from Tennessee, following Coach Luttrell as well. I feel like with his, experience, I can definitely get developed, as a player and as a man.
Yeah. Now, you're mentioning Jack Lowry a lot. For the Sooner fans that don't know, Jack Lowry is one of the quarterbacks coaches at Oklahoma. But you also got Seth Luttrell, who's one of our new offensive coordinators as of this offseason. So, can you just dive into a little bit more of like what tipped the scales in favor of Oklahoma with Seth Luttrell and or Jack Lowry?
Yeah, with Coach Luttrell, he kind of shares some of the same core values, as my father. So that kind of took a big hit as far as just my recruitment, and just seeing myself being there. Coach Jack Lowry as well, offensive minded guy, definitely knows the game in and out, able to articulate the game very well. Just kind of just being around them as well. They're very authentic and real. So that was something that also took a hard hit for me.
Yeah. Now, take us behind the curtain. Take us behind the scenes a little bit. Share the moment that you told the staff you were coming and how all of that played out.
It's actually in the same exact room. Um, I kind of hopped on a Zoom call. They were, about to tune into my live, watching. It was an exciting moment for my family and I. Kind of just broke the news to them. I ended up, showing them the shit that I'm all in, and everybody was hyped. So that was definitely a great moment.
I love that. Love to hear that. So, kind of going into how you're going to be a recruiter from Oklahoma. Quarterbacks are probably one of the most crucial pieces as a pure recruiting standpoint on the recruiting trail for coaches to be able to utilize. Is there anybody here in the 25 class or maybe even in 2026 that you're looking at trying to get to come play in Oklahoma?
For sure, I have the list right here. One guy being Zion Robinson, class of 26. I think he's out of Texas. He's out of Texas, so not too far from Oklahoma. Mason James as well. He actually lives in Oklahoma, so close
Yes.
to home as well. Jalen Powell, I think he also lives in Oklahoma as well. So just kind of just getting those local guys to, try to follow my lead. A couple of those guys are 4 stars, soon to be 5 stars, of course. And then, just staying hometown as well. Recruiting my guy, Xavier Owens, 26, very long, 6'3", 26 wide receiver. Alan Baylock as well. I'm trying to recruit a 4-star as well. Very shifty, um, you know. So just kind of my kind of tactic, and when recruiting guys is just being very authentic and real, not trying to sell them because at the end of the day, I just want what's best for them. So I feel like if I just come to them very genuine, and just being myself, I feel like that's really how you get guys instead of just trying to sell them out.
Love to hear that. And I think you're already doing a great job because we've talked to some 2026 guys, and a lot of them that were there at Sooners and the Stars had some very high things to say. So it seems like you're already doing a good job there. But we're going to get into some kind of fun questions here, stuff that we can get to really know the recruit a little bit. So on a Friday night before you walk out of the tunnel, or maybe it's a Saturday in California, not sure. When you're walking out of the tunnel to play a game, what songs are on your playlist that you're using to get you hyped up?
Playlist. Off the top of the head, I might just scroll on like social media. I really don't listen to music. Some of the songs I may get on social media may get me hyped out a little bit. But sometimes, usually before I listen to some gospel, a little bit of Kirk Franklin, sometimes, or Jill Scott R&B, just to kind of just calm me down. Because like before a game, jittery, nervousness, a little bit riled up, and and excited. So those are just like a few artists. Oh, also Erica Badu as well. So those are just like a couple people, as far as like my playlist before a game.
All right. All right. Now, what's your favorite topping on a pizza? Now, I will say the biggest answer, the most answer that I think we've had to this question is pineapple. So if you say pineapples, it's going to be a pretty standard answer. But what's your favorite topping on a pizza?
Very standard. I might just hit with some pepperoni. Very standard, classic pepperoni. May get some Canadian bacon on that as well. Nothing too crazy.
All right. All right. Now, other than football, what's one of your favorite sports to either play or watch during the pastime?
Um, Players or sports?
What sports do you like to watch in your pastime?
My pastime, I love watching basketball. Favorite player, LeBron James. Definitely, somebody I kind of not really look up to because he is like in a different sport, but just seeing how he is on and off the court. Another sport I like watching is baseball. Just seeing, you know, just the percentage of just hitting the baseball is, it's definitely crazy and how fast they throw it. Sometimes baseball. Sometimes I watch a little bit of soccer just because like my favorite player Ronaldo. So and he's about to retire, so I might not watch it no more. But I do. I might watch it for the upcoming like generation of like Neymar and Imape. So those like my top three sports I like watching for the top four.
Shoot, everybody's got to watch soccer, especially if you get to host Olympic soccer or the FIFA World Cup. Because I think we got the Olympics coming to the United States soon, so that'll be a lot of fun to go out there and watch. So to wrap everything up, what can Sooner fans expect from you the day one that you step on campus?
They want to step on campus as a blue collar athlete and a person as well. Very hardworking, just enjoying the process, and letting the reward, come when it comes. Just somebody who's just, genuine, somebody who's going to speak up to, to whatever's wrong or right. Just kind of just speak my mind, and just be there for, anyone whoever it might be, a colleague, a friend, a coach, a player. So whoever it might be, I'm gonna be there for them.
Love to hear that. Love to hear that. All right, Jaden, where can everybody find you at on the social medias?
On the social media, Instagram _Jaden O'Neal. Twitter, it will be Jaden O'Neal _26. And then I think what was about and on TikTok, I think it's _J is unknown. Those are my top three social medias I use.
All right.